You're good to go, Derek.
All right. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Unbound Shores. Last time, we had Team Manticore go and track down... Well, no, the tracking down already happened. Finished off their fight with a Mother Manticore and her child. And after which, Lady Amelie kind of abruptly left with Dirk reluctantly in tow back to the inn called Wolgroff's Wayside. And over on Team Eskel, a number of errands were run at the Isle of Heaven, including getting numerous items identified, including, I believe...
Armor, weapon, and a bunch of potions.
Yeah. Let's see, it was 8 potions in total, I believe. Yes.
Liked my information at the dead, so...
Yep.
I think.
Yep, that was the case. And Eskel also got his drow friend dropped off and taken under the more or less taken under the wing of his mentor, would you call him?
Yeah, he is definitely my mentor. He's also kind of my savior. He is the one who can the other paladins not to kill me. Bring me back.
Indeed.
So, mentor is accurate enough, though.
And so, with that, in favor of getting things kind of back together, I'm going to kind of fast forward to everyone being back at Wolgroff's Wayside, as you should all be arriving close to the same time. Unless there are any objections.
We was having a nice argument.
I think the arguing has been done and dealt with.
Is it? I thought you guys were gonna jump in and, I don't know.
I think they were
if
just
they jumped in,
burning
then
bodies.
we're already making our way.
Yeah, we're burning bodies.
Burning the bodies, and me and Dirk just rolling back to the end. All right.
That
Dirk
was
is attempting
your
to go
choice.
slowly.
Yeah, rolling is an interesting term for it.
I mean, you know, walking, strolling,
Taking a nice
strolling
stroll.
with Dirk constantly being like, we should stop. We should slow. Oh, take a look at that rustic yet interesting architecture.
Man, no, I was having fun
Ollie
listening
just
to them
hard
argue.
ignoring him. What?
I mean, I was having fun listening to y'all argue.
Right?
Burn the body.
Stop it!
We burn the bodies.
I was singing that at Hobby Lobby yesterday, and Paul was gonna kill me.
Yeah, she was.
It's stuck in my head forever now. I just hum it to myself at work. It gets me through my day.
The Underwire is coming and everybody's burning.
Jesus Christ.
But we don't have to. If you don't want to keep arguing with me, Dirk.
Huh? Like, if there's an argument that wishes to be had, please have it.
I'm trying to remember. Nothing I was saying was actually making any headway. It was
No.
mostly just like him being like, we should go back so that we're all together. It's safer together. And as your bodyguard, I implore you. And then she's just like, that sounds nice, and continuing to walk.
You know what? You just summed up the situation perfectly. We're done. That's it. Move.
And I was really hoping he'd just like take her out at her ankles and flip her over his shoulder and take her back. Like, shut the fuck up, let's go.
But we've already
That's quite weird.
established earlier, Dirk won't pick Amelie up unless she asked him to. And even
Dirk
then,
is a bit more professional than that, I think. Although if he had not been hired for this job.
anyways,
Anywho.
Dirk and I are back at the inn. I don't know about those two scrubs
Hey!
that are like far behind because they've got, shit to do, but that's not my business. I'm at the inn, smile. I'm not on the map with the inn, but you know what's happening.
Yeah, no
I'm off
one
the map.
is. So that I will move us all back to Page Inn.
That is good to me. I don't know if Kyla had anything.
Nope, we did the rights. We set the bodies on fire.
Okay.
We made sure the fire wasn't going to burn down the entire goddamn forest. So that matters.
Alright, fair enough. Fair enough.
Because we burned the bodies.
Stop
Roll for,
Burned the
it!
bodies.
roll for not burning down the entire goddamn forest.
You're not
Lucky
in
me,
charge.
that's a 20. My entire goddamn forest.
I'm sorry that I'm Southern. What do you want from me? Proper English? We don't have that here.
Oh my god.
Alright, so let's put guys.
Don't kill her, god.
You two would be inside. Yo,
Oh,
Who the fuck calls it
Lord.
milk?
we have
Go fuck yourself.
Roach.
Yeah, Cody?
Crap.
Looks like you're making a scene.
He was laying down and he hit the door and the dresser and then the door frame.
He is not a coordinated dog.
He's too big for this shit. Absolutely not.
shit.
That knocks shit off everything constantly. with the scale.
Exist again.
Oh shit. I'm ready for more arguing, this time with Eskel.
Oh god.
Are you an Eskel?
What?
Why? Why are
What do
you
mean,
doing that?
why? We had beef since before Eskel left. Like as Eskel was leaving, we got beef.
Oh lord.
I was not aware of this beef. He was too
Uh,
far away to hear about it.
Fucking fight you. I'm gonna ice knife you, just wait.
Oh, I
Don't
snipe
do
your
that,
ass.
I'm very squishy.
Don't do it.
I'll die. And I'll cry.
Sucks to be you, nerd.
Oh,
Just stop being
Paladin.
squishy.
Paladin doesn't have enough
Rude.
HP.
Hit more HP,
My
forehead.
constitution is too low.
boost your con. I guess maybe.
Only 14.
Oh my god.
All the same day, so all of our spent spell slots are spent, right?
Correct.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay.
Although we'll be getting close to evening.
It's okay. I can heal y'all if she decides to ice knife. I have been hoarding mine just in case.
Yeah.
My
Instead of
HP is
healing me, she's been hoarding her heals.
my HP is fine. I didn't get hurt in the fight. I just couple my spells
No, no.
healing everybody else.
If she gets ice knifed. If you get ice knifed.
Oh, okay.
I'm here for you.
Thank you.
Not for her.
Eat it.
That's fine.
What?
I thought you just said I eat it, and I was gonna be like, you eat what?
The ice knife.
Eating it at me right now, like right when I appear?
That would be funny, but no.
Rude.
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 Alright, well, I've arranged you guys on the map as to where I believe you would be, roughly.
God, heroism's even better than I thought.
It's a good spell.
What's it do?
The part that I didn't realize was that the temporary HP you get isn't a one-time thing. Your temporary HP gets refreshed at the beginning of every turn.
Interesting.
It says the creature is immune to being frightened and gains temporary hit points equal to your spellcasting modifier at the start of each of its turns.
Oh yeah, nice.
When the spell ends, the target loses any remaining temporary hit points from. That's awesome. You're basically just getting that, for me, 3 hit point HP shield refreshed every turn. I'm sorry, I was just trying to decide what my new spell should be.
So out of curiosity, just for me, keeping what people can do straight, what do people pick for their 4th level feature?
Haha.
Starting with Al.
Okay, that was immediately putting me on the spot, but okay. I took sharpshooter. If you want me to read what that does, I can do so.
I know what it does, so I'm good. If you need to know, feel free to look it up.
Might be good for read it just to get to what it does.
Alright.
Repetitions.
It is
Fair.
indeed, and it's how I learned. So, sharpshooter. Attacking at long range doesn't impose disadvantage on your ranged weapon attack rolls, and your ranged weapon attack ignores half cover and 3/4 cover. Before you make an attack with a ranged weapon that you are proficient with, you can choose to take a -5 point penalty to the attack roll to add a +10 to the attack's damage.
Alright. Veslisa, what did you pick?
Sorry, popcorn in my mouth. Hold on. I grabbed a spell sniper.
Nice.
Good choice.
Would you care to read what that says? If not, we can
Sure.
skip it, but it's up to you.
When you cast a spell that requires you to make an attack roll, the spell's range is doubled. Your ranged spell attack ignores half cover and 3/4 cover. You learn one cantrip that requires an attack roll from your chosen class spell list. Wisdom is your spellcasting ability for it. So I grabbed Thorn Whip.
Thornwood. Alright. Makes sense.
A good one.
I know you picked it out.
Alright.
I use my resources at hand.
Amelie, what you got?
Elemental Adept, Cold.
Nice.
The spells I cast ignore resistance to cold damage, and when I roll damage for a spell I cast that deals cold damage, I can treat any 1 on a damage die as a 2.
Nice.
That is snazzy.
All my spells are cold.
It is definitely a good one considering I've chosen cold.
Alright, Thenon, what you got?
Observant.
Nice. Care to read off what that does?
Increase your intelligence or wisdom score by 1, and if you can see a creature's mouth while it is speaking a language you understand, you can interpret what it's saying by reading its lips. You have a +5 bonus to your passive perception and passive investigation scores.
Alright, Eskel.
I took Medium Armor Master, which allows me, while wearing medium armor, remove the disadvantage normally imposed by medium armor on my stealth checks, and I get to add 3 instead of 2 to my AC if I have a dex of 6 or higher.
And last but not... Oh, after you.
Which means that I now have much higher AC and they can stealth.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you could survive an ice knife, though.
Last and certainly not least, Dirk, what you got?
I took Heavy Armor Master, increased strength by 1, and while wearing heavy armor, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage that you take from non-magical weapons is reduced by 3.
I do think that the pairing of taken feat funny, that the 2 paladins took the armor mastery feat. Then there was spell sniper and sharpshooter, which are paired feats.
Yeah. All right.
It's now 18. I'm so excited.
And with that, you have all arrived back at the inn. Dirk and Amelie would have arrived first. If there's anything you wish to do before the others arrive, you have about 10 minutes, as that was the head start you have.
Yeah, that's how impatient she is.
We're also moving slower. Because Dirk can only move it a bit slower.
Okay, you have about 8 minutes.
Dirk will go up to Wolgriff to inform him of clearing out the other 2 manticores so that they should not be a concern anymore.
Oh, and, how did that go?
To Wolgriff? I thought that we got here before.
Oh.
You did. I don't know what Tristan misheard.
I misheard that I was there.
Yes, this was directed at the NPC. Apologies for confusion. So you're able to take care of things. Shouldn't have to worry about any more of those things showing up.
Unless there was another nest somewhere nearby that would be coming to disturb the area, then I think things should be safe.
Thank you, Dirk. And thank you to, is Lady Amelie with him, or is...
No, she's going up to her room.
Alright, I will move you to that lair.
Thanks.
Boop.
I mean, if you want Wolgriff to try to, say thanks to her, but, she's just dead-ass ignoring him and continuing up the stairs, that's fine, too. Because that is true to life.
He wouldn't address you if you weren't there, so there's nothing to worry about.
Okay. Wasn't sure if he caught me on the stairs or not. There's the...
Well, is there anything I can get you while you're here? We'll be staying the night again.
Yes, we'll be here at least tonight. I don't know when Eskel and Thenon will be coming back, but hopefully it's soon.
Alright.
I don't believe that there's anything else that we need, though.
If you want, I can rent out basically the entire top floor to your group. That way you can all have some nicer rooms than the dorm this time.
That would be very kind.
Alright, he'll hand out a number of keys. Let me make sure I have the right number of rooms. So he'll hand you 5 keys. He'll say, just, you should go to all the doors down the hallway on the top floor. You'll have to squabble over who gets the nicer room, which is room 6. First door on your right, which you go down the hall.
I think we can figure that out between us. Thank you. Unless Wolgarth seems like there's anything more he wants to say to Dirk.
No.
It's going to...
Like, the last thing he'd say is probably, I expect you're rather exhausted, so feel free to get some rest. I'll send either I or Flint will be up later to see if you need any dinner or food or anything of the sort.
Thank you. And then that's all that I needed to say. I think I can take my armor off alone, so Dirk is going to go and do that, I think.
All right, I will send you up to that floor and give you a token. Dirk, over here. All right. Now the other 4 shall have arrived.
Would we have passed the pyre for the first manticore on our way in?
Yes, you would have.
All right, then I would have been obligated to stop and say rights for it.
I'll open up the door change just a second for you, Dirk.
No worries. There's other stuff going on, so...
All right, they're open. So you go and you read off rights for the manticore, you said?
Yep.
All right. I deleted the token and I don't know where it went, so I'm just going to say you do that. I don't have a token to put up on the field
Oh yeah,
anymore.
no, you're fine. It does not to be visualized. I don't know if that's going to affect like Eskel and I forgot his name.
Denon.
Thank you.
So,
Al would probably join fast, by the way.
I imagine it's getting towards sunset or beyond when we arrive. Do we notice the smoke pillar?
you probably would.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
given our recent experience with smoke pillars, I think that would make us cause at least Eskel to make haste toward it to find out what's going on.
All right. 1 second then. Do it this way. So then as you... Oh, that's not what I want. As you get close, you'll see to the inn, you'll see the pyre along with Al and Vasilisa, who seem to be
Praying.
praying in regards to the fallen creature.
Is it at this time still clear what's burning, or is it unclear? Probably.
Yeah, it wouldn't be clear. You might have some idea from the smell, but that'd be about it.
I don't know exactly which of us is driving this horse. It looks like we're both riding it, but in as much as I can, I'd like to indicate that we want to go closer to the fire. We're both medium humanoids. But approaching the fire, I would, call out, say, what are we burning tonight, priestess?
The unfortunate manticore that believed that this place was easy pickings.
Stare into the flames. Say, it's unfortunate that such an intelligent beast had to die. You were unable to convince it?
We weren't,
Something
no.
like that.
He will, give a moment of silence and then go and say, alright, so, what's our plan for dealing with the other
I believe you should talk to Dirk.
That makes sense. We can make the plan. Thank you for performing the rites.
It's my duty and my obligation. All things become equal in death.
He kind of tilts his head a little side. Does it not bring you happiness to know that you have spared their souls?
Spared them the suffering, yes.
Hold eye contact with Vasilisa for a moment before simply giving a wan smile and saying, very well, priestess. I will see you inside. Thenon, Lord Thenon, do you wish to head in? I can stable the horse.
I think that's fine, yes.
You must be tired and hungry after a long ride.
Yep. Food now. Can sleep.
There's the horse. Cows. Oh, those are horses. There. Tucker.
You're not sure. You saw Dale still over by the pigs, but Tucker did not appear to be by the stable at the moment.
I'll put the horse in the paddock and close it. Locate the feed bags and throw one over its muzzle.
Alright. They're easy enough to find. They're just to your north, over there under the number 8.
Then after away, I'm gonna head inside.
Alright.
At this point, Vaz would probably be done as well and ready to head in. Just in time to see the fight.
Oh boy.
As I head in. Wolgriff, is Flint upstairs? Is Dirk upstairs?
Flint?
Sorry, I was staring at the Flint name tag, and it got stuck in my brain.
I hate it when I do that. Yeah, your partner's upstairs. He's should be in one of the smaller rooms down the hallway.
I hope
Try
things.
to give your group the upgrade now that there's few enough of you that I have the space.
That's very appreciated. Hopefully the incident with the Manticore wasn't too traumatic for your other guests.
Most of the travelers I get here are made of sterner stuff. I don't think they're too rattled, but the trouble's over now. I don't think it'll cause too much harm in the long run.
Excellent. Good to hear. I will see to Dirk, and then perhaps I'll see about dinner. That's available.
Either Flint or I will be up later to see if you need anything, so if you end up not coming down, we can take your orders then.
Thank you, old friend.
He nods.
Whatever's happening down here. Now that you've got Baz and Al and Thenon. Oh.
Alright. Give you a token on the on your floor, Eskel. Alright. What of you three?
2, 3.
You, Thenon, and Al.
Thenon is ordering some food.
Alright. Anything in particular, or just general food?
Something filling and alcoholic.
I finished my message right as you asked, so what is Al, Thenon, and Baz gonna do? I sent it to you?
Yep, I think.
Okay.
Alright. Feel free to just move your marker into one of the trees.
Sure. Long story. Very long story.
So, you're getting some food and alcohol, Thenon. What's Vaz and Lisa doing?
I'd probably end up going to talk to Wolgroff to thank him for building the pyre. And ordering food.
General food or anything specific?
Stew sounds nice.
Stew or dwarven stew?
Stew.
Special.
Remember, I'm very small. Very small. Can't. It'd be very bad.
Alright.
Dwarven stew is just a big bowl full of alcohol.
And there's some other things in there, but mainly, yes, a bowl of alcohol. Oh.
Cat just bunted my glass of water. I'm glad it was empty.
So, you guys will, after some time, you will get your food.
Do you mind the company, Thenon?
No, have a seat.
Excuse me. And not long after your food's brought out, Bulgroff will head upstairs to get orders from the rest of the group. Except for Al, who's outside in a tree.
Living her
For-
best elf life.
Jesus.
Climbing is fun.
I like trees.
I
Hey,
like
she.
turtles.
I feel like y'all are attacking me.
No.
Leave
We're
her
attacking
alone.
Al.
Hmm?
I'm kidding.
Leave Al alone.
It's a bad joke.
But before I send Wolgroff up to take orders, I imagine there'd be some conversation between Dirk and Eskel.
What? Are these doors open or closed?
I'd
I can see-
imagine that empty rooms would be, well, no, so that people can just, wander in, they'd be closed.
Mine would be open a little bit.
Hmm.
Dirk is inside cleaning armor and weapons and things.
And I guess I would just go systematic and knock until I got an answer. Here at the beginning, so that would be pretty quick.
Yep.
Ah, there you are. You've returned.
You're back already?
Indeed, we rode hard. Well, we got everything we needed done, and we came back. We figured that the less time apart would be better, especially since you've got the other, I keep saying two, the other Manticore to deal with.
We have already taken care of it.
Really? What did you do? Was it amenable to leaving?
It's no longer going to cause a problem. We killed it. Both of them. There was another large one and a smaller one.
Killed it.
Yes. They will no longer be terrorizing people in this area or anywhere that they go.
That is, of course, good, but told me that the male that you fought spoke.
Yes. It said something about a she. And then we followed the direction it came from, and presumably found that one, unless there's another manticore around.
Did not think that it being capable of complex human thought would cause. Find out if it could be reasoned with.
It was a monster that had attacked the inn and would attack again. It attacked twice. We took care of that one outside here when it had attacked. And the other one would do the same, and I'm sure the child would grow up and continue in that way.
Not think that perhaps the reason for the attack was to provide for the child, and another source of provision could have been determined or provided that perhaps attacking would have been necessary?
Another source, how? The easiest food that they would find would be things that people are keeping for farm animals, just like here. This seemed to be easy enough pickings for them. I'm sure that they would have found another place that was equally as easy.
Well, and certainly livestock is not worth the people.
These were not people, they were monsters.
Glad you were able to.
Um,
What, Derek?
well, I'm trying to decide if this is something he'd know about Manticore's from his previous role when he earlier, like sessions ago, learned what?
Rolled high.
Yeah. Like, so yeah, I'll just put this up there. You've never heard of an exception to this general rule, although there of course could be, but manticores are generally evil creatures that not only hunt for resources but for sport, specifically prefer to dine on humans when at all possible.
Because of that knowledge, does my character that there is not a that there is not reasonable doubt that they could be deemed or given an alternative?
As with any creature capable of, like, complex thought, like any sentient creature, it's possible, but given the history of the race and it not being influenced by outside sources like the Drow are with Loth, you doubt it. It just seems to be their universal nature.
And
Like-
it is well known that they are sapient? Or at least my according to my role, would I have been aware ahead of time that they're sapient?
You'd be aware, although it's not by much. There's while capable of speech, it's often broken up and not quite clear. Their logic is foggy. Like,
They're simple.
yes.
Alright, if it is a known and accepted fact from base of knowledge that the character is working from, that the creatures are sapient to a point and not likely directed onto alternative source sustenance, then logical proper course of action not be problem with.
I think that the lack of an attempt being made is a reasonable problem, though, from Eskel's side. That like Dirk didn't even think to like confirm before doing this. He just did it.
Right. Well, I wish that you at least tried, but I'm glad that the inn and its patrons and its livestock are safe, thanks to your actions. And the group, the lady, they are intact. I have not met with Lady Amelie.
Everyone is safe. Lady Amelie was more insistent than I would like that we do not take the time to properly handle the bodies, and so the two of us went first to return to the inn, despite my protestations.
I met with Al and Vasilisa on my way in. They are healthy, so your early departure seems not to have been problematic.
I still hope that in the future she can understand that the safety is with the group, that we shouldn't split up like that. Dirk is trying to be very civil in how he's wording things, and it is very clear to you that he was very frustrated by this interaction.
I think that Skull's going to reach out, place a hand on his friend's shoulder, and say, "We'll work on it. I am aware how difficult. We are, of course, aware how difficult the nobility can be on matters such as these. But it seems that... Actually, you should sit. I have some things to say, that are troubling. The information I got about the undead indicates that we may yet have a distance to travel, make sure that the world is safe from it and its whatever its designs might be. I received a it's not augury, it was divination.
It was a
Divination or commune?
both.
Oh, okay.
We did a divination. How I was able to receive my lovely cryptic poem, which indicated... Well, it indicated a number of things, but one of those is the possibility that they need to travel to Elysium. See this through.
Dirk's eyes will widen a bit, because I assume that I know the name of that area, yeah, and what it implies. Voice in the sky.
If you like the... Yes, I'm just gonna go with yes.
The history of Elysium is heavily intertwined with the things the Isle of Heaven, so
Yeah.
are more familiar than others in the world might be.
I might not know more than just it's in this area of the world and extremely dangerous for these reasons, kind of like stuff. But like that is enough for me to be like, ah, fuck.
Yeah, you know that even like anyone from the train to the Isle of Heaven for the Raven Queen pretty much is sent there, along with requests of the other, deities of their followers should be sent there if they have any type of training for undead.
Mhm.
So, some of Bahamut's followers and a great deal of Cord's followers would have been sent there as well, along with Palor too. As Cord is a great deal of battle, and this is nothing short of a war. So his followers would be there for those reasons. Palor hates undead, and it is a just cause, so some of Bahamut's would be there as well.
In any event, I wrote down this divination that we were given by clerics of the Raven. I heard this voice speak in Celeste and say these words when asked how we might stop this, where we might find this creature's place of rebirth whenever it appears again. And I'll unfurl a small scrap of paper and... The dead rise at the fall. Look below the sun's origin. There evil most foul walks again.
That does not bode well.
But it is why I suspect Elysium is where we go, because Elysium is west, and that is where the sun rises.
It does seem a reasonable reading. That would be quite the trek. What else came to light on the Isle of Heaven? I imagine we can have a more in-depth discussion about the divination itself when we can get everyone together.
I was able to identify the items sent me with. The armor and weapon are of particular seems they are a joined pair to help two fighters rely on each other. It might be a good idea to base one for myself and the other on Lady Amelie.
Do you explain that it's the warded bond is the name of the thing,
Yeah,
or
it's a warded bond so that they can protect one another by sharing.
that will be quite useful.
I think so. And finally, we were able to leave Tom off with the Temple of Pelor. He was already making friends. That's good.
Dirk looks a little sad when you say Pelor.
The Temple of House for Wayward Souls in Isle.
It is appropriate. I would have liked if we could have gotten him into Bahamut's service.
Well, good news on that. I was able to take Frederick there, and he starting service much as I did some years ago.
Frederick?
The drow. The drow who chose to stay on the surface. I took him to the Temple of Bahamut. And Srazar, you know him, my mentor, has taken him under his, well, not wing, dragon scales, much as he did myself.
He is a good man.
Yeah.
Was anything discussed around his previous actions that might need to be atoned for? Or was he simply thrown into Bahamut's service?
I blink a few times. I think we did not discuss atonement, but Frederick himself did seem simultaneously perplexed and swayed by the treatment that I received. I believe that he is truly of the mind that we can make a place for the drow on the surface without conflict.
In regards to atonement, one thing I will point out, with the Temple of Bahamut serving as the Isle of Heaven's more or less courts, one of the ways for people who are not, as like some people that aren't like completely dedicated to a god, do end up there. One kind of atonement that can be offered is actually a service to Bahamut, as it is a service of good and justice. You know, serving him can sometimes be seen as the atonement itself. Like it's
Yeah. I would have thought that like part of his, initiating and all of that would involve figuring out around all of that.
I mean, it wasn't
reasonable.
It wasn't discussed directly, but I did ask Srazar to give him the same treatment I was, and that was part of my joining the temple. So, while I wasn't there for any of that, I imagine it is what he will experience.
And the other drow?
The other drow chose to return to the Underdark,
where he will go and rejoin his kin and kill again and again.
I have doubts. He was on the surface, and he experienced our mercy, and saw what was offered to him. He remained skeptical, but he must be questioning at this time, and it is undoubted that when he returns to his home, his squad, He will speak of his experiences on the surface, and it will make others question.
Which will likely get him killed.
I don't say that.
But yes, you don't say that, but this is the voice in the back of your head.
Would Dirk know that?
Yeah, probably. You'd be aware that any drow that spent this much time on the surface due to lost spies would be subject to scrutiny at the very least.
Can we define this much time up? Us for a day?
It was like a day and a half or
It's
something.
like 2 days or so, but most raids are generally like in a day or in a night, and then they retreat back to the Underdark as they often can't capture and hold a place
I see.
due to the
Yeah, you could bring that up, Dirk.
What?
So instead of bringing him to the Isle of Heaven where he could be judged and possibly make atonement and then sent to the Underdark, or to make his life on the surface as he would choose, we sent him back into the Underdark where he will be scrutinized by the other drow and they will likely kill him.
Yeah, that's
Well, there's a chance that he will not be killed by the other drow, and instead his words can have an effect down there.
There is also a chance that he may be killed by the other drow and his words will still have an effect.
Indeed. In any event, I judged that to be the more successful venture than forcing him onto the Isle of Heaven, where at best he could hope to be negatively judged by the temple and exiled back to the Underdark, and at worst put to death on the spot.
Dirk seems a bit pensive as he's thinking about what you're saying.
The way around it. Have Frederick, who is excited, actually excited about the prospect of being able to live on the surface and interact with the other races in a non-hostile manner. It was not something he had considered, and was skeptical of throughout the interactions until we got to the Isle and he saw how people treated me, which was mostly good.
I am glad for that. I think it will do people good, and I think that he, in his time, will become a devoted and ardent follower of Bahamut, and the world will be better for it.
Haskell surreptitious smile and sort of let out a held breath and say, "Sorry, by the way. I didn't intend to try to go over your head with this. It just seemed that I needed a time when cooler heads would prevail to be able to have the more honest conversation with them. There was too much tension, or I did not mean to betray your trust. That was never my intention."
My thinking had been that the decision should not lie solely in our hands, which had been my concern with the actions, but
I didn't think...
good will have come of it. So your what's the word I'm looking for?
Because it ain't forgiven.
Hmm?
Because it ain't forgiven.
I don't know what the word I'm looking for.
Not confession. Honesty.
Candor?
Commander.
That's a good one.
Here's a good.
Sure. Now I lost my train of thought, though, completely. Well, no, it had been going off the rails when I couldn't think of a word.
Crazy train.
Come on, ride the train.
I would also like to express my apologies for not thinking to make an attempt with the Manticore. I do not believe that it would have ended well, but I did not believe that things would end well with the Drow, and I believe that given what Frederick will be doing, I might have been partially wrong in my assessment.
Appreciate your consideration. And for what it's worth, I agree that there is a strong possibility that it would not have ended, even if you had tried to reach Manticores, and ultimately, the people in this area are safer for your actions. While I hope that in the future we can try more reasonable means, I don't think that harm done in this case will overwhelm the good.
Dirk will nod and then say, if you rushed here so quickly, perhaps it's time to eat. We can gather everyone and discuss that divination.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. He's going to extend his hand.
You guys will actually hear a knock at the door.
I'll turn questioningly over my shoulder and say, "Oh, it must have taken longer than I thought." I'm gonna pull the door open and say, "Walgriff, is that you?"
Indeed it is. Is there anything I can get you to?
A table. We're going to eat downstairs. We're gonna find the others.
Ah. I've already gotten the food downstairs. I'll, let them know you're coming.
Thank you, friend. It's good to be back.
I'm glad that everyone's together again.
So
Me
much
too.
harder fighting in small groups. With people you're not used to working with.
That conversation, that's being said as we are walking towards Lady Amelia's room, such that it's heard through the door by her.
Hey, joke's on you. Lady Amelie's not in her room.
No!
She's not answering. Where else could she be? I'm gonna check the baths.
But which one?
I only know of the one.
Oh, there's another one on the second floor. That's what I went to last time.
I don't know about it, so I go to the one I know about. I didn't
Hey,
know
don't come in!
Whoops, too late.
What the fuck?
Not Dirk just walks
I didn't see
in.
that
Lady
there was anyone
Amelie.
actually in there. my map was too down too low.
Please tell me Eskel walks in on Lady Amelie, please.
What?
No, it was Dirk.
Oh, God.
The
Dirk
worst.
Richard.
Arguably worse, maybe?
Arguably worse.
I don't know. I don't know which would be worse.
I mean, he's a very manly dwarf. Elves are considered
Okay,
effeminate.
which one of you has higher health?
I have full health.
Whoever has the higher health should probably be the one to walk in. I'm just
If the door is
warning you.
closed, presumably we
Oh,
knock.
yeah, the door is absolutely closed. Lady Amelie is not going to be in there if the door is not closed.
Oh my god.
Yo.
Delightful.
Are you like dead ass? Did you just walk in? Okay.
Yo. Knock, knock.
What?
We're going to gather downstairs to discuss what Thenon and I learned at the Isle of Heaven.
Very well, I'll be down in a bit. We have things to discuss as well.
Excellent. You there.
Oh boy.
What do you think she meant
Oh
by that?
boy.
Could you kick a puppy?
Alright, 1 second while I dig out everybody's tokens.
Good luck finding Al, guys.
In a tree.
Yeah, like, nobody was out there, so nobody knows. So.
Az was out there with you.
No,
I
she
wasn't
declared
doing anything. I thought
going
she was
inside
right
before.
fucking behind me. So, I'm sure I'm sitting at the table going, where the fuck Al go? Not again. Why does she always do this?
Hmm.
She just
Deal with it.
disappears randomly. Doesn't tell me where she's going. Not like I care. Not like I would be concerned. Fuck me.
Alright. I should have you guys' tokens down there at the bottom floor now.
Mhm.
This is all being said out loud, by the way, to Kana. Watching the fucking cleric unravel a little.
Just a tiny bit more rage than normal.
I'm gonna have to fucking tie her to me.
God. I can't.
Make a device like a backpack that has a cord on it. It would sell really well.
Like one of those fucking leashes that people put on their kids.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to describe without saying.
Oh.
Let's get a shock collar.
No, how about no? Thanks.
Possible? Do you think there's a spell that could do that?
Ice knife.
That's not electricity. Also, you're not here.
Ice knife
No,
is not
I'm
the
not.
solution to all problems.
Still upstairs.
The Amelie in your head whispers ice knife.
No, there's no Amelie in my head. So that's not allowed.
In all of our heads.
So, you guys are downstairs and are trying to gather people together, yes?
From my understanding, that is what people wish to do.
So, Wolgroff would have stopped by Thenon and Vesel's table and told you two that Dirk and Eskil were on their way down and wished to talk.
Thenon, stay here. Let them know I've gone outside to scream for Al. I'm just gonna wander up to the gate and shout out into the distance.
You'll be able to see her from the gate.
Oh!
Still shouts.
Oh my god.
I swear by the Raven Queen, I will skin you alive myself if you don't get inside. This is absurd. Dinner time.
She just holds up her book. I'm reading.
You could have said something!
She'll laugh and put her book away and climb down midst laughing. I don't know if I need to make a check for that or anything.
I'm not going to make
Okay. She'd climb down and be like, "You interrupted the good part."
You can get to the good part after dinner. I believe we're going to try to discuss what happened, and I don't know if the paladins are going to kill each other.
Oh, good.
It
Well,
should be entertaining.
here's to hope they got the potions identified. Let's go.
Oh shit.
Huh?
What?
What?
Nothing.
No, what?
No, don't worry about it.
I'm now curious.
Family
Tristan.
meeting. Family meeting
meeting.
tonight.
She'd follow Vaz as they were on their way into the food area. She'd fake Vaz out, thinking she'd walk off again, but she wouldn't.
You take years off my life.
I do not. If anything, you do so to me.
Mm-hmm. Inside. Food.
She'll
Paladins.
roll her eyes and just laugh. Fine, I'm coming.
Right.
Has somebody gotten the princess?
Somebody's still in a tree.
I'm not in it. Oh, I didn't move my token. Ignore me. This is fine. Everything's fine.
Right behind me.
What the fuck? Oh. That's how that works.
Sure, come to the table.
Oh, yeah.
Do we not need a bigger table?
We probably
Alright,
should
good.
get a bigger table.
Oh, yes, there are. Ooh, totally head of the table. Wait, shit, fuck that up. Hold on.
Oops.
Nailed it.
Hold down Alt if you
Got it.
want to place yourself outside of a grid.
I gotta put down my knitting.
Oh,
Alt.
weird. Weird.
That don't work
Okay.
for me.
There we go.
Ah! Eureka.
I'm going to join them, or is you gonna just stay sitting at his table?
Fanon's like, nope, doesn't involve me. Grumpy cat.
Grumpy
Get
cat.
over at the table.
Oh no, it's because he's dead.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Oh.
So bring me down. So, yeah, there. Cat's dead now. That brought you down?
And Vaz would have grabbed her food from that table and brought it to this table. Not just sat down like an asshole.
Come on.
Hmm?
Lord.
Yes?
Table.
Oh, you're all at that table now.
Yeah, we're all at this.
Alright.
You realized the one that you were at was too small. Yeah, this one is perfect because it eats 6.
Then on for the safety of the owl, I'm going to ask that you move one down towards her.
Excuse you.
Do you want to sit next to the princess?
Oh. Fair.
Put
You
me
have fun.
downstairs, please, Derek.
I know. I was just giving it a minute because someone said they wanted to still keep bathing.
I need to be walking down the stairs as this shit is said so I can fucking fight.
Do it. Throw hands. I dare you.
Why would I need to throw hands when I can just throw ice knives?
Because that will
You.
obliterate the table.
Not
This
if I
is
use
The table will be
the.
fine. It's not shatter.
Listen. I've got, fucking. The careful spell. Table
Yeah,
will be
that
fine.
one, yeah.
What now?
You're gonna designate the table with your careful spell.
Exactly.
I mean, I guess you can, but
I mean, Al wouldn't. I already said it out loud. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Bet, Tristan. Okay. Jesus.
Alright, so, once Lady Amelie us, Anon and I have much new to bring from the Isle of Heaven.
I beesh. Stop. That's out of character, by the way, before anybody asks. I just saw Amelie's token pop up, and I'm just like, oh.
The NPCs are moving away. They're uncomfortable.
well, it's getting late, so the place will actually start to clear out.
Okay.
And it'll be
Did
easier
anybody
for-
ever thank Cyrus for his input on the Manticore thing?
Maybe.
No.
I don't remember.
I don't even know who that is.
Who
the fuck
is
is
Cyrus? Who is the fuck?
We were not involved in that conversation.
I believe I said something nice to him, but I can't remember what.
I'm pretty sure Thenon thanked him. I'm like 99% certain, but I don't remember.
Yeah, whenever Lady Amelie gets here.
her token there.
Oh, okay, loaded in, sorry.
Here. Ah, there she is. Amelie.
Wait, where's the seat you saved me?
It's between me and Thenon.
I'm going to look at that seat. And then I'm going to sit somewhere else.
There's nowhere else to sit at this table.
Okay, who said I was going to sit at that table?
Just making sure you are aware.
I'm going to sit here.
You are sitting on the table. Got it.
Look, I can't sit directly on this chair. It's at a diagonal.
Is there some reason you will not join us at this table, Lady Amelie?
Oh.
Hey, Fiddle, my bro.
And he's
Oh, alright.
He was just demonstrating that he could sit on the chair.
Yep.
I know how to do this. I was
Alright,
taught
yeah.
by my mom how to use chairs.
I'm a rogue. I'm very
Actually,
dexterous. I
wait.
know.
You know what? I will. I lied. I'll sit there.
Okay.
Just kidding. Because I was thinking about it, and that's fine. The people over there, I particularly.
The discussion is over here, my lady.
Shut up! I already said I fucking.
Oh,
To
I thought you
kidnap
said
and
that you
shut
were
up.
thinking about doing it and then deciding not to. I'm so confused.
No.
okay. So
Okay.
let's back up. Clean slate. Amelie has just entered the room. Where does she sit?
She'll sit at the chair.
There we go. We're good.
Okay.
We're good. We're good. So, as you know, Lord Thanon and I ventured to the Isle of Heaven while you were dealing with the Manticore issue. Good job on that. You've protected everyone here at the inn for the foreseeable future. I have to sneeze.
Bless you.
Gesundheit.
Alright, you sneeze all over Dirk.
I did
Just
turn
one
left
trait.
in my chair to get away from my microphone just now, so I suppose that's accurate. I'm sorry, Dirk. It's
And
just...
That's what the elbow's for. Use the elbow.
I mean, I missed. I brought the elbow up and it just went right over my elbow.
No.
Any of it.
Why?
I'm gonna drag my stew closer to me.
So, first and foremost, Tom was deposited with the Temple of Pelor. And, Lord Thanon, wouldn't you agree that he seemed to be doing fine, as we departed?
In the 5 minutes that we left there, yeah, perfect.
Seemed to be making friends, and I think that's the important.
I think he'll be fine.
After that, we visited with the Temple of the Raven Queen, where we asked if they had any better information might help us know how to deal with this, Death Knight. We were able to share with them the information we had on it, but there wasn't anything they could tell us directly that Vasilisa hasn't informed us. However, we were able to ask for a commune and a divination, which has given us a bit better insight in care for. Now, have the... Okay. At this point, I've forgotten what...
They should have been jotted down. I know somebody was writing them.
I don't remember offhand.
You know, in these...
Yeah. I believe it. I know one of the questions was, will it come back at its ashes?
The answer
And
was
the answer
no.
was no.
All the answers were no.
All the answers were no, but one of those no's was a good thing. I think it was the first one.
I think that was, has it returned yet?
Yeah.
And that was no.
That sounds accurate.
It's just me. Yeah, no, it didn't. Third question. By the priest, but it did. I would have. Which I think let us know that it was be coming back within.
No, that was determined by the divination because that's with the time frame of that spell works on. His question was, will it come back at its ashes? I think the second question was, could it be trapped or stopped by like a magic circle or something like that? I don't remember. Oh, for sure. Let me see if
Okay, awesome.
Don't.
Burn the body.
My God.
Good song.
It's a good song, but Jesus fucking Christ, I have it stuck in my head.
Yeah, that's what it's like to suffer.
I'm aware what suffering is like, Kyla.
Yeah, okay, well, in any event. And then the divination yielded a frustratingly cryptic, poem?
As divinations do.
As
right?
divinations do. I did a search for... find them in this chat. I was only able to find their chat, so...
the divination was only it. I don't know if I ever put the divination in text. I think the only place I have it is in our PMs.
Cool. And it was unchanged from what was written there, right?
That is correct.
I'll just quickly keep that divination for the table and has different meaning to anybody here. That divination is as follows. The dead rise at the fall. Look below the sun's origin. There, evil most foul walks again. Which I had hoped might mean rise where it fell, but the second line really makes me doubt that, since we held it to the east of where we are, and this message is to look west.
I mean, where it fell, not this last time, but the first time?
Could be. I mean, that's possible, but perhaps this person died originally on Elysium. I hadn't thought of that. I had thought that perhaps it was limited to only mean when we last. But it could mean where the night that became this creature fell life. Either way, it's made me worry that we might need to travel to Elysium to see this through. Incidentally, has anyone here ever been to Elysium?
Al would shake her head no.
How about our noble people? They tend to get around a bit.
Where the fuck is Elysium again?
The continent far to the west.
Hang on. I think I have the
I'm going to say no.
map. So I'm gonna say no.
Okay. I thought that might be the case, as it's rather distant, and we, I indicate Dirk and myself, as members of a temple, have never been there. It is important to note that if we do end up going there, it is... I think the word is hotbed right now.
Hotbed of what?
Or
Oh.
Oh,
there
fun.
is a purge going on there. You're probably familiar with that.
Voice in the sky.
You would be. All the information that you should be aware of would be under the aftermath of Nayrol section on the Google Doc.
Ah.
But to sum up,
It's been a while.
the
since I read
Raven
that.
Queen has declared a war of extermination versus the remnants of Nayrol's undead creations and some of its clerics that still try and cling to his ways, even without their power. Although
Okay.
there have been rumors that some still manage to cast divine spells, but they're not quite sure how.
Okay. Unfortunately, it seems to be the last place where the fallen gods' remnants seem to have hold.
So that is, if our journey takes us there, that is something to be aware of. And we, again indicating myself and Dirk, don't have a stock in that dispute. Skin in that game, as they sometimes say. But does not mean that we might not get rolled, especially if they realize that a priestess who was given carte blanche in the city of Steelport has arrived. But that is just a warning for what may be in our future. It's not certain. I'm still trying to decipher this message from the divination. On a happier note, I was able to take one of our drow and set him on the path of Bahamut, and he seems like he is in good hands with the Dragonborn who need assimilate. And then finally I was able to have all of those known magic items identified. Several potions of healing, one potion of poison, which is made to a potion of healing, but it is not.
Did you
And
mark that one?
one more time?
Did you mark that vial?
Of course.
Okay. Make sure.
It's got a llama on it.
God damn it.
Winky face.
The poison. Cusco.
Llama.
Poison for Cusco.
You're supposed to be dead! And the last was an elixir of health. A potion of...
Thought I had made an addendum there. It's supposed to be 3 potions of speed. I found out after I went and
Oh.
back and listened to the recording.
I love having...
It's
3
very-
potions of speed. Excuse me. Now then. Oh, and the final thing that we did was we identified the armor and weapon. I recall that they had belonged to what appeared to be a pair of soldiers who were not from the town, as they wore other colors. However, it does seem that those unrelated soldiers were related, if not to the town, then to each other, as the sword and the shield are paired. They have an enchantment upon them, which is known as the Warding Bond, which allows the wielder of the bond to absorb some of the injury inflicted upon the other, and apparently this bond can be reversed, whichever way makes the most sense.
And let's also not forget the morphine property of the objects as well.
Indeed, probably intriguing physical property of the items is that they are not bound to their current shapes. This is currently a breastplate and a longsword, but they could instead be full plate mail, plate and or it could be leather armor, and the sword could be a sword or an axe or a dagger, whatever the wielder is.
I forgot to write in the description, the morphine property. That is my bad.
That's okay.
The names of the items are slightly misleading. A more apt name for them would be the apparel of morphine apparel of warding, and the morphine object of warding. So they can be like the sword could be something else that you would hold. It's not necessarily a weapon, and the armor could be clothes or something as well. You don't necessarily have to be something that would require a proficiency.
I see. Would make the sword handles.
Indeed.
Interesting.
So we should, these seem to be very useful, especially given that part of our mission here is to protect. We, as the paladins, it might be able to assign someone new, indicating the large, one of these protective items, so that if you get into trouble, you can share your injury with the paladin.
By one of the paladins, I assume you mean Dirk.
I mean, whichever one of us it is sensible. The bond can also be reversed, so that it could be placed on both paladins, for example, so that the one who is on the front line could share with the person at the back, so up long are versatile item. But I believe it is best for the group to discuss and determine the best version of them. It's simply a pair of ways to be used. That whoever being protected will half the damage, the other half going to the person protecting. They will also get a +1 to their attack.
Whoever's taking the extra damage probably needs to stay near me for safety.
Olgriff?
He's just coming over to drop off drinks and food.
Oh, good. Thought he had something to say.
No, he's leaving you to your business. Just gives me something to fiddle with that should be moving around.
And on, that's everything, isn't it?
I think so. Where do we go? Raven Queen. I think so, yes.
No. Temple of the Temple of Pelor, the Temple of Ione, Bahamut.
Yeah, we didn't hang around because we were in a hurry to get back.
Yeah.
And the trip there was smooth?
Trip there was mostly smooth, yes. There was the issue of one siren along the way, but we did that.
Oh, okay.
It was trying to lure travelers to their death drowning in a river.
That's cool.
Lovely.
And I assume Dirk discussed our situation with you?
Indeed. We had the discussion.
Okay.
Eskel shows no signs of tension, but I don't know about Dirk.
Dirk, coming downstairs and everything, Dirk didn't seem upset or anything like that, and doesn't now. So
We seem content with each other.
people are welcome to draw whatever conclusions they will, I suppose.
So, discussing the armor, yes?
Yes.
And
The armor and sword are a paired set. One can anything held in the hand, including any weapon. The other can be anything worn on the body, including...
does the weapon include a bow? Just out of pure curiosity.
have to put arrows.
I personally don't trust myself, because who knows what could happen.
I think it is my opinion that one of the items should be given of our noble people, as they are high value and low ability to protect themselves.
I'd be fine with it going to Fanon.
I would be fine with either one receiving it.
You catch just the barest, like, hint of deeper understanding or any, like, suspicion as Vaz answers so quickly, and his eyes just sort of snap over to her, and there's just, like, a little raised eyebrow, and then his face is flat and expressionless once more.
I don't care, really, which one of the noblemen it goes to. They can hash it out.
But you are agree that a noble person is a good person to put it on.
I am in agreement to that. I will say it would prove useful if Vaz did hold on to the other one. Because, though yes, both you and Dirk are viable assets, I'm not doubting that whatsoever. She would be the one bringing people back up if they were injured.
understand that if Vaz is the one wearing the matched pair, it would mean that she is taking the extra damage and therefore more likely to go down and be unable to heal people.
Damn. I did not put that together until you just now mentioned it. I was just like,
Yeah, so the way that it works is one person becomes resistant. The spell, so the one person becomes resistant to damage, and any damage they take is also taken by the other person. So basically, any damage that hits one person gets split half and half between them and the person wearing the other item.
okay, say so-and-so takes, this is out of character, just so I understand it. So say so-and-so takes 10 damage. That is halved evenly and then distributed between person 1 and person 2?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
And the person who is gaining the protection from it, if it functions exactly like the spell, gains a +1 bonus to their AC and saving throws.
Yep.
While the other person +1 attack.
Or their it makes the item +1. So if it's the armor, it's +1 to AC. If it's the object, it's +1 to attack and damage.
Okay, so it's ignoring the +1 to saving throws from the spell itself in favor of both items being a +1 item.
Whoever is being defended, whether it's the sword or shield armor, does get the +1 to saving throws.
Okay.
It's just that if you have the handheld one, you don't get the AC, you get the +1 to attack. That's all.
Okay.
Okay. So whoever is being defended gains a +1 to whatever thing it is, and to saving throws.
Yes.
So the having the magic weapon, it's a magic weapon, and that's if you're soaking damage from the other person and you have the magic weapon, the weapon is magic and so will overcome resistance to magic, but it's not a +1 weapon.
Yeah, I think that's accurate, yes.
I am now very confused.
So I will try and summarize better. Let's say Eskel has the armor and Dirk has the weapon.
Okay.
And let's say that Dirk is protecting Eskel.
So if Dirk is protecting Eskel, then he's the one taking the extra damage?
Yes. So Dirk now has a magic maul it's a +0 magic maul.
Incorrect.
And Eskel has a +1 to AC and +1 to saving throw.
If you are the one protecting Eskel, then your maul is +1. Whoever is not getting the bonus of the spell has a +1 item. That's the way it works, so that both sides get at least a little bit of benefit.
Okay, so it's swap that, reverse it sounds like.
Okay.
As it says here, the spell wards a willing creature you touch and creates a mystic connection. While the target is within 60 feet of you, it gains a +1 bonus to AC and saving throws. It has resistance to all damage. Also, each time it takes damage, you take the same amount of damage. So all of that is still true, whether you have the sword or the armor. You have +1 to AC, resistance to all damage, and +1 to saving throws. The other person... just has a +1 item.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Okay, so if the bond was reversed, if Eskel was protecting Dirk has the weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Because Dirk is being protected, he has +1 to AC and saving throws.
Yep.
And then Eskel has +1 armor.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Well, after hearing what Eskel mentions, would then stop and think for a minute, and then mention, from what you're explaining, it does not sound like Vaz would be best suited. I love you dearly, but I do not believe you would be best fit to take the other half of whichever part.
No, and I don't think I'd want to either. So,
So my vote is, in fact, one of the noblemen and one of the paladins.
So noble people, that being Zenon and Amelie, which of you affected? And Eric, do you want to flip a coin?
Sure.
All right. You want heads or tails?
Tails.
oh Lord.
It is heads.
Okay.
I lose. So,
Try to stick close by
hmm.
to me, at least within 30 feet.
Well, oh, shoot, I didn't.
It's too late.
So, Zenon and Amelie. Anomaly.
Please.
Don't.
Do. Anomaly.
I don't like that.
I don't either.
Stop that right now.
That should I know, or so help me. So help me.
Oh my god, no.
Leave the table. Stop. Oh, music. There we go. So Askel's getting their armor, right?
I mean, that's what we're determining. It's either you or... Well, oh yes, Eskel is getting the armor or the weapon, and either you or Thenon is getting the other. We still need to determine if it's you or Thenon, and then we need to determine who's getting the armor and who's getting the weapon.
Are they on the table?
No, they're on the horse.
Oh, okay. Dang, I was gonna do something cool. Oh well.
No, it should snatch it.
No, I don't want it. So, Duke Thenon, I believe it would be best if it goes to you. I can protect myself quite well, thank you.
Out of character, what's the weapon like?
It becomes whatever you want.
Uh-huh. Just have a look-see.
Becomes whatever you need.
And how does it become what you need? The weapon?
They both
Needs the-
transform to attunement.
I kind of... That broke up a second there, what?
It requires attunement.
It reads the
Yeah.
innermost desires of your heart and becomes the one thing you are most...
It becomes running away.
You attune the armor and it becomes a pair of sneakers.
Be amazing.
Simple weapons.
Eskel, did you ever get a bow? I know you borrowed one earlier.
Yes, when we, got leave to raid the king's treasury, I was able to acquire a longbow. Arrows of my own.
Okay, my bad.
But thank you for your concern. No, it's very valid.
It's been so long.
It has. I'm going, like, staring long at Lady Amelie and be like, very well, if that is what you wish. Duke Thenon, you prefer a weapon or an armor?
I suppose a weapon.
Good. I shall retrieve these things from the horse. Soon it's after her.
Alright. I will add it to your sheet. something on. So which of the paladins ended up with the armor?
Esco be rewritten as half plate.
What type of weapon would you prefer, Thenon?
I'm just having a look now.
Let's go. What is your AC now?
23?
23?
I mean, I think the armor is not plus... the armor is +1 while I'm absorbing for him, right?
Yes, which is all the time
the
as long as
standard
within 50
mode.
feet.
Right, so it would be 22.
You're feeling 22.
Jesus
I
Christ.
hate you, Kyla.
Sorry.
Yeah. For the record, the only way to get the armor to stop splitting damage is to not be within 60 feet of each other, or to not have both items.
I mean, we can also reverse the bond. But, yes, it would always be splitting damage, yeah. As long as the person who is being attacked is the one being hit. Like, if I'm absorbing damage and something hits me, it doesn't split damage to him.
Yeah.
It only goes one way.
Yep.
That's why we're going to say stay near the healer.
Just let me know when I should refresh my sheet. But yeah, that would put me at a natural 22, and then I can give myself Shield of Faith. That would bring me to 24. And it just so happens that the spell I added to my list at 4th level was Compelled Duel. So things are gonna have a hard time.
It's like, this one is mine. Nobody else hit it, please. And I'm not going to get hit either. Everything wins. Except for everyone else.
So I have the sneaking suspicion the KLAC is happening again.
How high was Kale's AC?
I mean, when he had the sword, it was 25.
Lord have mercy.
That was a fun fight that I didn't take any damage from 3 attackers in.
Stay alive.
Okay, let's see.
It was
Sorry.
the most one-sided 3v1 ever. Where the guy who was on the side of 1 took no damage and trounced the 3.
Morphine armor of warding. Caster. It. Half plate. Version 2. Date. Changes.
You outnumber me, but this still isn't a fair fight for you.
Alright, Eskel, you should be good to update your sheet. I haven't removed the items from your sheet, so you may want to do that. That's up to you.
Oh, okay. Here's some more. Have both of the armors, 'cause I want caster.
Yeah, I forgot to adjust target though, so now that one's adjusted.
Put that on it. Oh, target.
What weapon do you want?
Light crossbow.
Light crossbow. Okay. Crossbow. Light. Version 2. Say.
So yeah, in any future combat, Thomas, just remember that whatever damage you take is half rounded down, and then tell me what the damage is so that I can take it too.
Alright, I'll make a note of that in here. Notes. There.
I'm still...
Alright. So go add this to your sheet.
I can sell my half plate. Oh, speaking of money, before the table breaks up, I just turn to Dirk and say, I received our payment from the Isle of Heaven.
Excellent.
I'm going to pull out a pouch and count off 13 platinum pieces.
I think that's more money than Dirk's ever had at one time in his entire life.
Say this is for our service to the de Saint-Clair family.
He'd counted out 13. Dirk's gonna be like, I can't make change for half of one.
I'm just giving you the 13, it's fine. Just keep 13, I'll keep these 12. We're good. I mean, or if you want, I can give you 12 and 5 gold pieces. I do have 5 gold. However you want to do it, I don't mind giving you the greater share.
I imagine that things will get spent between the two of us most of the time for what we need. I don't think that there's any particular need, but I don't particularly care.
I'm just wondering if it was something that your character was particularly on about, you know, like fair splitting, because I can do it however he wants.
Dirk, you would know that Dirk wouldn't particularly care. He is not bad with money. Like he doesn't waste it. He just doesn't usually have a lot.
No, I actually wasn't looking at it like that. I thought that maybe he would there was a possibility that he would insist that it be done right, so that he get exactly his share and not more. That's what I was, but I didn't know. That's why I asked.
Show it to me.
What? What to you?
The extra coin.
No, no way. Not that. I know exactly what you're doing.
Eskel would know that Dirk wouldn't insist on necessarily splitting it, but he would probably end up like covering more for a bit to make it even out.
Okay.
Like the actual number doesn't matter, but like the end goal of the end result of things being even is what would actually be the important thing.
Not part of this. Going Dutch. Okay, so,
The hell?
alright. Then, once our discussion is done, and are hopefully not killing each other, going to go out to the stable to get the items, and, hand you the longsword, Thenon. Say, once you finish attuning, become whatever you desire.
Excellent. Thank you.
I will point out, just for Eskel's memory, you do still have all the potions on you,
Yes.
if you want to spread those out. elixir of health.
That's the...
And then the potion of poison, which you want to not get confused.
Hey, this is completely out of character. Just wanna give me that poison?
No,
Damn it!
not remotely. Well, you'll have to let me know if that worked.
Looks like it worked to me. Thank you.
So we turn in for the night as we attune, as Anon and I attune new items, and, I don't know, I've got 3 potions of healing.
I thought Lady Amelie wanted to have a conversation with Eskel about things.
This is true.
She hasn't.
I'm just biding my time.
Okay. Going to give a potion of healing to Lady Galmalia, a potion of healing to Al, and a potion of healing to Anon. Give a potion of speed to Dirk, a potion of speed to me, and a potion of speed to Vasilisa. It'll make you quicker in combat so that you heal people or cast away the enemies as needed. Be a one-time.
Use it wisely.
Vicious is what I like to use.
You can't cast a spell with a hasted action, but
Thank you. I'll
just
say.
letting you know.
It's
I
only
assume that when-
weapon attack.
Attack, one weapon attack only, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object.
Okay, well, the disengage can still be used for getting to somebody and then casting a spell like heal.
Yeah, or dashing.
Yeah.
Or use an object for potions.
Yeah.
Does drinking a potion count as a bonus action or an action?
Right, bonus,
Action.
it's an action.
It is the use an object action.
Don't say these things like I know what I'm doing.
Thank you, Eskel.
Anything to feel safe, or as safe as possible.
Understandable.
Oh, right. I forgot about this. I will do it now. Eskel, as you go out to the, as you go to get the stuff from the horse, like in your, bag, you will find a letter addressed to you inside it.
Definitely not there before.
It's possible you might have missed it, or I may have forgotten to send this to you last session like I was supposed to.
I will. Would have so. And the other items on the horse are undisturbed?
Yes.
taken stuff and then been like, haha, I took your stuff.
That's where the boots went.
Okay. I will fold the note and place it carefully in a pouch. Gather the intended items, and give Anon the explanation described before. After I have attuned armor, and it has become half plate previously, I assume everybody should be in their rooms. Are at that point, yes.
Yep.
And Derek would have passed around the keys and all of that.
So who gets the other nice room?
It's a wonderful question.
How many of us are there? I'm gonna roll a die.
I believe
Dirk
there's
is
six.
pretty much just handing out the numbers.
Hold on.
Handing out the keys.
Six people.
Alright, but himself and Lady Amelie wouldn't count because they both already have their rooms. So it'd be
Okay.
Oh,
I'm gonna roll a d4. Eskel is one. Oh no, Thanon is a. I don't care. Thanon is 3, and Al is 4. That's a 1, so it goes to Eskel.
Woo!
go Eskel.
Shouldn't the other noble get the nice room?
That's what I was
Like-
just saying. And then I was like, so like Dirk is basically just handing them out randomly.
Oh.
And so randomly it went to Eskel.
It might seem less random from the outside, but let him assure you, he cares for nothing if not fairness. Very well. After I have completed my attunement, I am certain that everybody is inhabiting the rooms they staying in. I would venture out of mine.
Alright. Then I'll move everyone up to the top floor. Get everybody in their rooms.
Curtains and shit.
Well, look at you being fancy snazzy.
Don't let it go to your head.
Already did.
Welcome to the dark side.
King Haskell.
Going to.
Oh shit, wasn't expecting that. I thought you were about to sneak out.
Would I be able to hear this?
I mean, you would
I am-
possibly hear the knocking. Be aware that a door in the hallway nearby that you share knocked at, but that it is not your own.
Who is it?
It's Eskel. Can we talk?
Yes, we do need to do that, don't we? Come in.
Behind me.
Eskel.
At dinner this.
Not much to say, was there?
And all of the information.
What exactly are you implying, Eskel?
Only that there is a lot ahead of us. Still intending to see this through. I know that it have a family, but Derek and I are going to see this through.
Well, this wasn't quite what I thought you were coming here to speak about, but I have an obligation to see this through. You're right, it does involve my family, and well, if someone's out there to destroy the Dusung Clairs, they will have to go through me first.
Imagine. Talk about. No? Ouch. And right.
Note? I have written no note to you. I'm gonna. Are you holding it out?
Yeah.
Okay, give me the note. I was like, do I need to snatch this bitch or what? Where can I read this note?
I will send it to you.
Thank you.
It was just sent to me. I imagined it came from you.
Eskel, why would you think this came from me?
Mention of the bow? I take the note back, and if it's not from you... Oh. I apologize. Fires, but
Indeed.
I had hoped that 8.
Well, this is awkward.
Wait. Time out of character.
Whoops.
What the fuck is Boz doing? Just standing outside my door?
Well, it's
Hello?
closed, so I think she needs to roll some stealth.
Already did. Keep talking, motherfucker.
Okay. The fuck is happening?
I suppose I had been hopeful that it had been from you, that 8. That it would, but that is also indicative of certainty, so perhaps talk about that.
Pardon?
Seems that grievance?
Well, considering you quite splendidly ignored me on your way out to the Isle of Heaven, yes, I suppose you could call it a grievance with you.
Please. I do remember that you called out this morning and there was some shouting from Wolgruff, so I thought that was the end of our discussion.
Oh, so you heard Wolgriff shouting, but not me.
Wolgruff is a half-orc, very loud. I don't know what he said. That's what you... But I imagine it had something to do with him.
Well, my concern was your lack of concern for the boy.
Not lack for... We were in control of the horse. We were directly next to him. And it is advisable to place the boy on the horse with another able rider. I am sorry you felt the drow was a poor choice, but I had trust. With two of us so nearby.
Well, considering one of them left, I'm not sure your trust was quite well placed.
I can understand that. But I can assure you that when he left, it was because I encouraged him. He did not remain on the. Basically, forcing him a life he did not want by taking of heaven, and he would not have been reformed by it. He resented us. There wasn't anything to be gained. But this way, he experienced the compassion that we have here on the surface, allowed to leave, armed, and he's going to carry that with him back to the. I think that when other drow ask him what happened, relates these events, that it will be eye-opening.
Well, no offense, Eskel, but it sounds like you just wanted a clear conscience for that one.
Well, I suppose it is not one. I had been forcing someone in lifestyle. But I do not myself conscience. I stated. In any event, the boy is safe, and I am very glad that you are concerned.
Obvious.
I sometimes worry that you are less than concerned with those who are not you.
Excuse me?
At this point, Paz would have to slap her hand over her mouth.
Would that be something we would hear?
Well, admittedly, I be guilty of describing the same beliefs to you. I find are common in many nobles. So I do have concerns sometimes that you will choose actions that will put others in danger because it would otherwise be convenient. That is a concern there. So that is why we items that we did try and keep safe. Sounded to me like you dragged Dirk away from the others while they were finishing their duties. Regards to the Manticores earlier today.
Yes, the job was done, so it's only natural that we should go back to the inn. The other two had to finish their ritual, and there was no need for me to remain there. Dirk chose to come along with me.
Oh. Sorry to be with you. Put it as gently as I can. The area the group was forming the rite in, not one know was safe. So until return to society, it's usually best to remain in at large a single possible. So while rites of the dead concern you physically, I think that it would be advisable to stay nearby until those things are complete, so that Dirk can ensure your safety as well as the safety.
Are you implying that the two Raven Queen... Hang on, I'm trying to think of the word. Not lackeys, but like... They're not
Followers?
both clerics. Right, lackeys is too rude for... I mean, I could see Amelie saying it, but not right now. I guess followers, yeah. Are you implying that the two Raven Queen followers cannot handle themselves?
I think that they should not be required to, though, since they are part of a group, which the benefit of which is that we look out for each other.
Yes, and we did look out for each other in the fight, mostly.
Right. After the fight, they are busy performing a rite and defending themselves against other aggressor that may, or in this case did not, appear. But they could have. That is the worry that Dirk was trying to express to you. As I imagine he protested.
Oh, he came around eventually. But really, the cleric performs the rites. The little thief can handle any fighting that comes up if the rites get interrupted.
Even still, I am glad that you have returned for the boy, and so you should be glad to know that he is in good hands now. And I was, despite that you think I was not, I'm going to give ample watch to him. I wanted to safe. I feel that he was. However, I will heed your advisement. Or should you think I am making a misjudgment, I do hope that you also will take safety in heavier conditions. And
Yes, see to it that you do. Is that all for tonight, Eskel?
I think so. Have anything to ask him of?
Accuse you? Please, you may go now.
At this point, Vaz would take off down the hall.
Are we gonna hear those
Stop.
My question is, why are you taking off down the hall?
Right,
I'm going to see Al.
Oh, gossip!
Where the fuck's Al?
But I do have a question about those hooves on wood.
Right.
It does make a rather, unique sound.
Eskel will smile slightly and bow deeply. Good evening, my lady.
Amelie is going to just wave her hand and go behind the curtain.
He will close the door behind him, apparently run into Al, Vasilisa, as he's heading back to his room.
Al.
Priestess.
Paladin.
A
It is. I was just going to check in on Al. We had a very long day today and wanted to make sure she was doing well.
I think that advisable. If you'll, I'm going for the evening.
Yes, have a nice night.
Well.
Baz would knock on the door.
Oh boy, here we go.
Still open. Yes, I heard your
Can I come in?
footsteps. Sure. Shoot, I will go back and sit on her bed. What's up? I mean, feel free to join me on the bed. I don't care. That sounds odd, but you get my point.
Ooh.
Nothing in particular. Just wanted to check in on you after the long day.
Decent. Hoping Eskel got my note that I left him.
You left him a note?
I left him a note. Apologizing for my inconsiderate actions. She'll very concerned.
Damn, I don't think she
Why?
knows nothing about dropping no eaves.
What? Why do you... Why are you reacting as such? Vasilisa, is there something you need to tell me?
Later. The walls in this institution are thin.
Do you wish to take a walk?
Maybe in the morning at this time of night in this area. Lord knows what's out there.
Fair point. Fair point. You're concerning me by your laugh.
I can't keep it together. Out of character.
I'm trying so hard, man. Hey now!
You're an all-star.
Both. Anyway, if that is all for tonight, if you need to mention anything in the morning, please feel free to. I'll be up fairly early.
I will do my best to rise at a reasonable time.
I know you are not an early riser. Get some rest.
If you come wake me, we can take a walk.
Of course.
Good night.
Good night.
Awesome.
Al will follow Vaz to the door and close it behind her.
So, did Amelie hear all these, like, hooves stomping around outside her door? Like, stomping down the halls and everything?
Clip clop, clip clop. I'd say probably you'd at least hear some of it.
Okay, okay.
Somebody stop it! No! Bad man, you know exactly what that means.
Yeah, I do.
Well, Thomas, I assume you have to go in 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Then maybe we should call it there, unless you guys want to try and do the morning bit. Because this session's starting to go a bit off the rails.
I just asked Thomas if
Hey,
he has
I
any-
didn't mean it as such. I made that clear.
I know. Doesn't matter.
Probably just double check that Thomas does think he wants to do.
Alright. Thomas, anything you wish to try and do? Since you have yet to do anything in this scene?
No. No, I
Uh,
can't think of anything.
Alright. What about you, Dirk? You haven't really done anything here either.
Dirk is out like a light.
Yeah, the special.
I can tell. He's sleeping on the floor. That's,
Oh,
terrible for your
need a
back.
Bed.
there he goes. Now he's crawled into bed. Alright. And I think I will call it here so as to not have the morning conversations also be going off the rails.
Hey,
The rails. I mean,
Rails.
what
we have
rails?
rails?
The rails of avoiding innuendos.
Who's she?
I don't think she's getting railed. I'm gonna rescind that.
I am still recording for the moment.
Oh no.
Oh no.